Good evening, and we begin with what every British Columbian hopes will become a trend: another day of comparatively low numbers of new COVID-19 cases in our province.
25 people have tested positive over the past 24 hours and 4 more people have died. Let's start by taking a look at those key daily charts that will ultimately decide when the government may begin lifting some of the restrictions on our daily lives. Now, the first here is the total number of COVID-19 cases since the beginning of March. And as that curve begins showing signs of flattening, BC health authorities say we must continue to keep our distance before we can say we're getting the upper hand.
And now the new COVID-19 cases in BC, and here is where you can see the encouraging trend over the past several days as the number of new cases continues to show signs of dropping. David Malko joins us with more on this. David, before we get to the positive trends, you're learning more about one of the latest victims of this virus.
And Mijung, tragically, this is somebody who worked with those living with developmental disabilities at the Richmond Society for Community Living. The executive director there telling us she believes he contracted COVID-19 from someone he worked with. It's unclear if this is the same person we've been hearing about for the last 24 hours, the community case, the man in his 40s who died at home. But here's what Dr. Bonnie Henry said a short time ago.
Vancouver Coastal has been working with those particular homes to ensure that transmission is stopped as much as possible and to test people who have been exposed.
Homes connected to that society was what we believe here. But these are the charts we want to give you a closer look at now on the positive side, starting with hospitalizations down to 138 today. You know, it's widely understood to be one of the best ways of understanding where we came from, where we're going. A lot of questions about testing, whether our case numbers are underreported. So this sidesteps the testing question. You look at the ICU chart as well. We're down to 66 people in ICU. That's more or less where we were about a week ago. Now, both of these are promising, but with Passover, with Easter, with the sunny weather ahead, BC's health minister wants to stress one important thing here: do not let up.
So let's bend the curve, not bend the rules this weekend. Let's continue to be 100% all in.
So if you're thinking of traveling, that means don't. So if you're thinking of having dinner at somebody else's dining room table this weekend, that means don't. As we see the numbers start to come down, our health officials have an important message for all of us, and that is to double down. Scott, Mijung.
All right, David reporting from home tonight. Thank you, David. Meanwhile, CTV News has learned a bus driver working out of Surrey has apparently tested positive for COVID-19. A spokesperson for TransLink says they heard about this directly from that employee, but have yet to confirm it. They say all relevant buses and workplaces that employee came in contact with recently have been thoroughly cleaned and disinfected. This is the 3rd TransLink employee to catch the virus so far.